What's up, everyone? Welcome to a brand new video. I've got SureStart, a SureStart Pro from the Float Life. If you've seen one of my past videos, I installed, well, can't even tell what board's what anymore, but this one used to be my blue board. And I installed the SureStart standard on this yellow one, and then I ended up putting the one that was in here into here. So now that I have the SureStart Pro, I'm gonna do the swap back again to where I put the SureStart standard back into the yellow board and then install the SureStart Pro onto this board. Since on this one I've got the Enduro and I want to be able to test it out to its full capabilities. And hey, shout out to Ryan B from the Float Life for packaging it. So inside we got a sticker, sweet. The SureStart itself, got some cool little goodies, and also I have a small little video as well where I was explaining on the little pins that you've got to take off some conformal coating that's on there. I'm gonna show you when we open up the controller boxes exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see, I got beautiful Crocs on, but ignore that. Yeah, so the SureStart standard that the Float Life has now doesn't have the disengagement delay setting to where you can set it to whatever milliseconds. I have this one set specifically for 3 milliseconds, which helps me to do drops and still keep the motor engaged for those 3 milliseconds of my feet being off, which I like. It's helped me a lot. But the SureStart Pro has AirSense, which takes advantage of the fall detection sensors that's in the GT apparently. I didn't even know that was a thing. So just kind of want to show you the disengagement delay. It goes back just a little bit, which is cool. But you can still heel lift, which is cool as well. You're here, see that it says 0.5?
Yeah.
If you touch that, you could zoom in. You don't have to. You just get closer when you need to.
No, espérate. No estaba grabando, entonces.
I figured.
Porque mira, ahora está grabando.
Yeah.
Ya va.
Alright, so this is the SureStart for the GT. It's just a standard SureStart by Badgerwheel. And you can tell it's by Badgerwheel because it's red. But to disconnect it, it's pretty simple. You'll see it's basically the same way you connect it, it's just reversed. You're gonna disconnect the wire that goes to the headlight bar. And there's a little hatch door, a little handle for it. You pretty much open that up, and as soon as it's loose, you want to pull up from both sides of the module there, and then you have the factory wire from the headlight. It's it goes from the controller box to the headlight, and I'm gonna disconnect it right here as well. So that would originally go to the headlight, but we're gonna keep it disconnected because we're gonna install the SureStart Pro. So yeah, guys, that's the SureStart standard from Badgerwheel. That's side by side with the SureStart Pro from the Float Life. Look exactly the same, but there's some differences there. This has got some nice coating on top of it. This one doesn't have any coating. But yeah, we're gonna install it and try it out. So I'm not sure if you can see, but these little pockets right here, these little windows, they're important. They're pretty much to show you that the SureStart itself is fully seated. And if you see that, that means you're good. If you don't, you need to push it evenly, like take it back out and seat it all the way down properly. If not, your lid is not gonna close properly. So yeah, pro tip. All right, now that the SureStart Pro is in here, just put the foot pad sensor on there very quickly. And quick little test. Looks like it's working because it's pausey. But I still got to do some actual testing, doing some drops, seeing if the AirSense works better over the disengagement delay. Because at the moment, I like the 3 millisecond disengagement delay. Like I can trust it. I can do a drop and I know the motor stays engaged. Now, that feature where it can detect whether it's in the air or not, not sure yet, but we'll see. All right. Beautiful day out. Hear the birds out. One last thing I wanted to mention, since I got this controller box open and I'm about to install this standard SureStart back into this one here. Basically, these 5 pins that are right here, you want to wipe them with alcohol, and it helps with the contact points. But on the 6404 and 6407, the first 2 hardware batches on the GT, there's no issues. You clean them off, connect it, put everything back together, and the SureStart engages like a posi the way it's supposed to. But the 6408, you have to do one extra step, which is to scratch off these pins with something like what Float Life gives you. It's pretty cool. It's a little plastic tool. So you'd go in there, you know, scratch off all that coating until you have bare pins and it makes contact with the SureStart. That's it. The 6408 is the only one that you want to look out for. All the other hardware models are straightforward. Hell yeah, double the trouble. Shout out to the Float Life. All right, so now both my GTs now have SureStarts in them. That's got the SureStart Pro. That one's got the SureStart Standard from Badgerwheel, and this one's got the one from Float Life. But one thing I just noticed is that when you swap the SureStarts over, it keeps your pre-programmed settings from your board that you had it in initially. Like, I still have that 3 millisecond disengagement delay, which is dope, which I didn't know. So if you want to restart your settings, you have to go into diagnostics mode by powering it off, holding the foot pad sensor and powering it on. It'll start flashing yellow, and then you're able to do your thingamajigger. So that's cool. I didn't know that it kept your factory settings. But look how crazy this thing engages every single time. And this one too. This old slugger. Forgot that one's got the disengagement delay. So it wants to ghost for that little bit. Oh yeah, definitely recommend the SureStart. 10 out of 10. I love it. It has not failed on me so far, but I will do some more testing on this AirSense on some drops in the future to see if it works better than the disengagement delay setting. Oh yeah, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below whatever questions you guys have or any suggestions. Let me know if you want me to do a video on a certain matter for these boards. Like if I should test them a certain way, let me know. But yeah, on to the next one, guys.